Hello, community groups. This week's parable comes from Luke chapter 6, verse 43 through 49. No good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. People do not pick figs from thorn bushes or grapes from briars. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? As for everyone who comes to me and hears my words and puts them into practice, I will show you what they are like. They are like a man building a house who dug down deep and laid the foundation on rock. When a flood came, the torrent struck that house but could not shake it because it was well built. But the one who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. The moment the torrent struck that house, it collapsed and its destruction was complete. If anyone knew the destructive force of water, it was first century Palestine. As a point of comparison, Jerusalem and London each receive 22 inches of rain annually. But while London has 300 rainy days, Jerusalem only had 50. What that means is that when it rained, it poured, which caused runoff and flooding to occur. The picture that would immediately come to mind when the original audience was hearing this story would be that of a wadi. Now, a wadi is an Arabic term that refers to a river valley. Basically, picture a dry stretch of land between two rock formations. These areas were completely dry most of the year and completely underwater due to flash floods the other time of the year. Everyone would know that it would be completely foolish and idiotic to build a house in a wadi. Only someone with a few screws loose would actually attempt to do it. Regardless of what else is involved, the main point of the passage is that your security depends on hearing and doing Jesus' teachings, and the mere hearing and not doing leads to destruction. Now, I know this goes against our Enlightenment way of thinking, which says to believe something is to know it. This is why making sure everyone believes the right things has been so important to us in our church movement. This is because we in the Reformation and thus in the Restoration movement are a product of the Enlightenment, but that's for a different study at a different time. In the biblical world, to know something was to do it or to live it out. Looking good is not good enough. Knowing right is not right enough. We must actually put into practice what we know is right. And I fear many of us are educated well beyond our level of obedience. To quote Dallas Willard, he said this. He said, "Grace is not opposed to effort, it's opposed to earning." Christians, therefore, should work hard to put our faith into action, not for grace, but from grace. I hope you enjoy your conversation this week as you open God's Word together. Be blessed.